Hi, I'm Michelle Paris, Financial Advisor at T Squared Financial. Welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. This month, we're going to discuss New Year's resolutions related to finance and how to keep them through the whole year. After the presentation, I'll open it up for your questions. During that time, you can ask about anything that crosses your mind related to finances, life insurance, the economy, the market, etc. So let's get started. New Year's resolutions are a huge topic when we enter the year in January. Everyone's looking to improve or change something. But after a while, even sometimes a month or less, it's hard to keep these resolutions. It usually takes at least 30 days to create a new habit. When I meet with my clients throughout the year, we talk about goals. It's another way of saying resolutions. According to dictionary.com, a resolution is defined as a firm decision to do or not to do something, whereas a goal is the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. See the similarities? Even though we're discussing financial resolutions, these goals affect throughout your life. Imagine this: if you're creating a budget, stick to it, save more, and in the event of emergency, there may be less stress on the impact of the unexpected expenses. Or what about paying off debt prior to retirement? Less income's needed in retirement, and being tied down by something like a mortgage is not something you have to plan for in retirement. When I look at resolutions on the slide, I don't think about just New Year's resolutions. These can be made at any time. Anytime you decide to work towards a plan to meet your financial future, you're benefiting your future self. Financial professionals like myself can help you create a plan for your goals. Part of my job is to listen to you to find out what your goals are and also give feedback on areas you might overlook. When setting goals, there are a few parts the goals should have. They need to be clear, realistic, and can give you more direction. Through creating goals, you can create a plan so your energy is focused and directed toward completing your goals. So make your goals specific, not something like I want to pay down debt. Also add a timeline that creates urgency and makes it easier to plan for. An example could be, I want to pay off my student loan debt in 3 years by refinancing and paying an extra $200 monthly. This goal may coincide with a budgeting goal. Adding a budgeting goal can help a person come up with the extra money to pay the loans monthly, and also by directing where the funds are going toward. A budget is really a plan of telling your income where to go, which helps with many financial goals. No matter your income, you should start creating and following the budget. Put it someplace you see it so you'll follow it as well, or use a budgeting app that reminds you to check in on your budget. How will you do it? This helps make sure you have a plan to follow through on your goals. Having clear, realistic goals that are specific helps you put you on track to complete and achieve those goals. No matter your income, you should start It also makes it easier to create and plan to meet your goals. Next, you need to prioritize your goals. In everyday life, we don't have one specific goal. You may want to pay down debt, save for retirement, and go on vacation. You can plan for multiple goals at the same time by prioritizing. If the priority is to be debt-free, taking 2 years off from vacations to pay off debt is an example of prioritizing. Part of prioritizing is the balance between saving, paying down debt while still also enjoying life. Achievable goals. Achievement is something humans desire. If the goal is to pay off a mortgage in 10 years, it is hard to keep the stamina for the goal for 10 years. You could add a short-term goal of paying an extra X amount on the mortgage monthly. You can also have a long-term goal, but add short-term goals as well. The short-term goal may be to work toward a promotion to increase income. An example of a goal without direction I have seen in the past is someone who would like to retire early but does not contribute to the retirement accounts. If your goals are clear, realistic, achievable, specific, have a timeline, and are prioritized, how do you keep them? First, the goals are already created for you to be successful with the above I listed. However, your financial goal for 2022 is no longer, I want to save more for this year. Instead, it is, I want to save X amount to my retirement account monthly and will add to my emergency fund by X amount monthly. Make a plan to complete your goals. Part of this is how the goals are made. Some through prioritizing and some through making the official plan. Talk with a financial professional. We can also help create the plan and let you know if your goal is achievable or how to adjust them to make them achievable. This is partially where flexibility comes in. If you would like to retire at 65 with X amount of income, you may need to save more or extend out your goal when you retire. Goals can also change as circumstances change. If you are laid off, you may have to extend out your retirement goal or pay down debt goal. But once you have the new job, you may be able to get caught back up on track by paying a little more. Automate your goals. Life is busy. The average person does not want to spend time monthly moving funds from their checking account to their savings or manually contributing to their IRAs. Set it up so it goes without you adding something to your plate. Now, yes, you can set up and forget it, but if you do that, set a time where you check on your goals and evaluate progress. If you want to save $100 monthly and have been doing so automatically with no impact on your life, could you increase that by 25% to $125 a month as a new goal? Goals and plans are constantly changing, so make time to adjust them and adjust as needed. Financial professionals like myself are really good at that. When we meet with you, we can adjust. We bring up those ideas of if you're going to meet the goal, if not, how to change those plans. Above all, if you set a goal and you aren't meeting it, don't give up. Instead, adjust it. Find a financial professional to help restart, get on track. Start defining and prioritizing your goals today. Okay, thank you for joining me today. It's time for your questions. To ask a question, please click the button to raise your hand and I'll unmute you so you can ask the question. If you have a question on your personal situation, please contact me through the above information and we can discuss it privately. Hi, Warren, I unmuted you so you can ask your question. Hold on, let's see.
I'm sorry, did you hear me?
I didn't hear that, but I can hear you now, so go ahead.
Yeah, why would you want to pay down your mortgage if you have a 2-point-something% and you could probably make more in the market and stuff like that? Any advantages to paying down your mortgage?
It depends on the situation. Exactly what you're talking about is you have more, if there's more set aside in investments and they're earning more, why pay down the mortgage? You get the tax deduction with the mortgage, so there's no need to pay it down sooner. If you're, say, a young professional, 20, 30 years old, just bought a house, and you're refinancing it when you're 40 years old, trying to pay that down before retirement, that's more of the goal. So the goals depend on where you are in life as well as what's going on. With the lower interest rates, there's really no need to pay down the mortgage. It's mainly just used as an example. Does that make sense?
Yeah, except that even, oh, do I have to click again or?
Nope, nope, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, even if you're younger and I mean, unless you have a problem savings, like putting money aside and you want to pay it down, so you'll have that paid off later on. Like I said, if you're making more, pay the mortgage and let the money increase and watch the money grow. I mean, at any age.
Exactly. It ultimately depends on what the debt is. So, like another example I could have used in the presentation would be credit card debt. Credit card debt does not typically have a lot of advantages. You don't get tax deduction, interest rates are higher, so paying that down sooner makes sense. But the goal mainly depends on the situation.
Okay.
So I wouldn't recommend necessarily paying off a mortgage.
Well, I could see like in special cases where a person cannot put money aside, and that might be some people's case where they. I like your way of automating your payments and all that, putting money aside for the rainy day as an automated thing, and it automatically comes out of your checking account, or paying off the mortgage. If that's part of your problem that you can't seem to save, that might be a good idea then.
Right. I do find sometimes people can't save if they have the debt there. There are some people that it holds them back. So in that sense, it's pay down the debt so that you're able to save too. Anything else I can answer for you?
Student loans. Got a couple of kids with student loans, and I don't even know what question. If they're finally making some good money, I guess the advantage is to pay it off, but they've been waiting for the government to pay off part of it.
Well,
Yeah, why should
they
us
do
taxpayers
have,
do that?
there is tax deductible interest for student loans, so there is that advantage. And then just trying to get them on track, sometimes getting them to meet with a financial professional. Kids a lot of times do not listen to their parents on what to do. The other thing also is they might be able to refinance the loan. If you refinance, say the interest rates are lower today than when the kids were in college, so that's another option.
Yeah, but it seemed like the other problem with that is then the forgiveness, not the forgiveness goes away, and what else? The other thing is if you come into a financial crisis and can't pay, they'll put it on forbearance or whatever without penalty, compared to a private loan that might be less interest, but more, you don't have that much forgiveness in there.
Right. And a lot of it does depend on how the loans are structured. Are they government? Are they private? Because there are so many options with the loans that it really depends on the situation.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us today, too. Okay, anyone else have a question? If so, raise your hand. If not, I'll let you all get on with your day. Okay, I'm not seeing any other raised hands, so have a good rest of your day. And if you need to contact me, reach out to me with the information on the screen. Bye.